Yeah, this is really behind the scenes of us building a podcast on a podcast.
BTS.
Yeah, seriously. Welcome to Curated and Crafted. We're your hosts, Dominique and Kinsey, two women building brands, businesses, and lives with soul. Here to pour out the real stories behind luxury brands, unforgettable events, and the mindset it takes to build something that lasts. No fluff, no filters, just the craft, the courage, and the conversations that matter. So grab your drink, get inspired, and let's craft something worth remembering. That's so good.
So good.
I was like, that's going to be our intro. Right now,
Welcome to Curated and Crafted. We're your hosts, Dominique and Kinsey, two women building brands, businesses, and lives with soul. Here we pour out the real stories behind luxury brands, unforgettable events, and the mindset to build something that lasts. No fluff, no filters, just the craft, the courage, and the conversations that matter. So grab your drink, get inspired, and let's craft something worth remembering.
damn!
Love it!
That's so fucking good.
Love it.
That made it real life, like.
So good.
I could feel it in my stomach.
Yeah.
Where do you
Like
feel
Goosey.
that? Goosey. Okay. Oh, damn it. I left him over there.
You're getting your steps in.
Okay, now we're live.
No. Oh my gosh, it was so good.
Right?
Yeah.
I was like, I feel like we needed a good intro, and
It's amazing.
yeah. And then I was like, okay, I can build from here. Like, real easy. As soon as the name hit, it felt like,
It was right.
and it felt like easy to like
Yeah.
add onto, or I should say dive deeper in instead of up. But yeah, absolutely. Okay, so welcome to our first episode.
This is exciting. Episode 1.
And we're going to use this episode to lay the groundwork for why we're even doing this, who we are, how we came together, and what we plan to do with it.
Yeah. The craziness.
Yeah, and we're going to try to bang these out on a routinely basis. This is us starting our accountability now. Literally.
Yes, now.
Okay. All right, why don't you kick it off?
Dom, I know you come from a strong hospitality background. What first pulled you into the events and entrepreneurial world?
Getting to the core of who I am, being in a really strict, overbearing Italian family, we're centered around getting people together and being family oriented. That's at least how I grew up. And I carried that with me. There isn't a time where you walk into my house and I haven't fed you a meal or got you a drink or made you another plate before the first one was finished. And it's just who I am in general. My love language is also acts of service, so that also doesn't help. I've been in hospitality my whole life, serving people, just being of service comes really natural to me. So the event side of things was a easy transition. I would say jumping in the entrepreneurial journey is a whole other side of it. And I just didn't fit well in corporate America, and I didn't thrive there. I also was restricted. I don't do well with that, as we both know.
Freedom. You wanted freedom.
Yeah, and I wanted to create a life centered around who I wanted to be and what I wanted to do and how I wanted to serve people. And there's no way you can do that when you live the corporate America life, especially what it used to be. Now I feel like it's, especially after COVID,
Yes.
like it's changing a little bit. But
I felt confined.
and I'm like, you can't tell me I can't have a day off, so I left. I was like, okay, then just don't have me forever. See you later, bye.
Their loss.
Exactly. But there are some data that even supports that, like millennials and Gen Zs wanting to have a more flexibility schedule and not anchored to more of a salary long time position. And we can experience it now. It's like you're lucky if you get a few good years out of core staff before they're ready to move on or want to do something different or want to create a life that's their own, just what we did. Entrepreneurship is not for everyone, don't get me wrong.
No.
But and it's not an easy journey. But you know when it's right and right for you.
Yeah.
I would say that's on the event side and the entrepreneurial side. This is how I got
Into it. Came right together.
exactly. Okay, but your story is a little bit different. So let's tell them how you got started and how the Caterers came to life and how you got to where you are now.
So it came out of necessity. But prior to that entrepreneurial space, I always had that desire to do something on my own. Create is the foundation for me. Making jewelry at a young age and gifting it to people brought joy, right? What can I make for them that makes them smile, that's personalized for them? And so that was my first entrepreneurial stepping into, and then had a popcorn business. Kernel Creations with K's.
Tell me freaking why I didn't know that. Why didn't I know
26 different flavors of popcorn, which came from a passion. I think if popcorn was a food group, that would have been like perfect for me, because in university all the time was just popcorn. And I make it for everybody, and they're like, I love this popcorn. So started doing it at farmers markets, and that was just a thing, which was super fun. But I think I was ahead of the curve. This was before popcorn was like...
You're normally ahead of the curve. Let's just come and say that right here, right now. You're always ahead of the curve.
But when you touched on something, so coming out of necessity, recession, and as we know, everybody in a recession is like that, oh shit. Excuse my French.
Oh yeah, I already cursed, Kim. What, am I not allowed to do that?
No, I can't. I just want
to
to...
What are the rules? We already talked about
I know, okay. So everything is a go.
Okay.
Love it.
So then don't be as scared to say shit.
You will hear sugar smacks, all of the things.
Just say all the curse words for you.
Everybody can get used to the Kinseyisms, and the dom just fly.
So K2 was popping.
Poppin'!
Oh my god! I did not mean to do that.
It was so good.
That was perfection.
So good.
This is why we podcast.
So fast forward to where what is now Liquid Caterers came from. So recession hits. Oh shit, what do we do? How are we going to pay the bills? Have a newborn at home, postpartum, all the things, in a commission-only sales job. It was like do or die. So sitting at happy hour, which turned into reverse happy hour, and looking at what can I do? What works? What can we do? What do we enjoy doing? And so we thought about hospitality, right? That brings us joy. And I want to touch on something that we do have similar that I don't think I realize a little bit, but until your story, Italian-Irish family. So always people, like we called it the inn. We never did not have house guests. Always entertaining. My mom was always cooking, always had people. So that level of bringing joy, service, entertaining was
when you didn't have like locks on the doors. And
Exactly.
Everyone just came and go as they pleased.
East Coast, living in Maine, like it was, here we are, everybody can come, always welcome, we'll have a bed for you and food and drink, right? So that was like at the core what I knew, and then who knew it was gonna come and become what I do. So sitting at happy hour, fast forward back to happy hour and reverse happy hour, on a napkin, started writing out what can we do? And service, bartending, hospitality, and literally wrote down a couple of bartenders. And every event needs a couple of bartenders. And that's literally was an aha light bulb moment. And from there, we started slowly crafting and curating what it was going to be.
Yeah.
And so it was Liquid Caterers, couple bartenders, Liquid Caterers. And then over the years, it literally became so much more.
Tell them how many years.
How many years? I think I go into denial when I think about how many years, because I literally feel like we're just scratching the surface of all that we have still to do, which is amazing that I'm still excited about what we do. 15 years, almost 15 years.
That's phenomenal.
If you were to ask me, I would say 5. It's crazy when you think about what we have done, but there's still so much more to do. Yeah.
And it's a phenomenal accomplishment in so many different ways. And I feel like this also gives the platform to share your history and how deep you are and how much roots you have in this space, in Arizona specifically. And Liquid Caterers has seen this market through and through.
Yes.
Like it has held it down from the recession to the crazy
started in the recession
that it is now.
Survived through a pandemic and to today, which who knows what tomorrow will bring, but we'll be here. We'll be here creating memorable events.
And we'll fucking figure it out.
Exactly.
We always do. I love that. That's phenomenal. I believe that this is the right time for this podcast because we both are in a place in our lives where we're willing to be open and vulnerable and be willing to share. I think it took us both the 10 plus years to get to a place to feel comfortable enough to do that. And don't get me wrong, in private, we'll talk your ear off if you aren't ready to talking to us, but to bring it to share with the public, especially, and you can correct me if I'm wrong, both of us are very private.
Yes.
but also very open.
Yeah.
And that's like a conundrum. Like when you are in our space, we are very open with you and very transparent. And especially me, I will tell you literally what I'm thinking when I'm thinking it, which is the no filter side of me. But we're both private. There's not very many people that know what we have going on or when or why, and I can care less to tell them, right? And so this is a long time coming to get us to a place where the stars align for both of us.
Yeah.
And now that we're working so closely together, which we haven't really gotten into, that we work together every single day now, it just makes sense for us to hold each other accountable and support each other in this and see what this becomes.
Yeah.
And as soon as we talked about it, it was like, oh, I wanted to start a podcast, you wanted to start a podcast, and I care what the fuck was. Yeah.
I think too, just to hone in on several things that you touched, is that we have grown so much individually, seeing each other do it, help each other through that time, but we are so private.
Yeah.
But to see what we have done, and if we could literally help 1, 2, 3, 5 people go, oh my God, they pushed through that shit.
Yeah.
And are still here to speak about it, I think is like epic.
Yeah. We have so many people that are in our lives right now that have already learned and have grown from us and have witnessed what we've done and that tell us we should share our stories, or that continuously come to us wanting our guidance, mentorship, or to learn and grow with us. And I'm like, if it's happening in front of our face, why not just shed light on it?
It's 10.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So why do you think now is the right time for us?
I think like our energy together, like the chemistry, serendipity of it, like we're 2 individual powerhouses, I would say. For you and I, we feed off each other. And even though we'll often say same brain, because we're thinking this very similar or on the same path, but we both have our different perspectives to add to the table. And I just think, and our energy is similar, but so different. So the people that we can connect with that will hear what we're saying is going to be more than if I were to just do it on my own. Do you know what I mean? So like people are going to resonate with you and me, but what we can bring to the table together, I think the information is just going to, people are going to want to hear it. At least I hope.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Add value. I like at the end of the day, we're doing this because we want to add value to people and bring things to the table that for us in this stage and the growth that we have done is we want to be raw, we want to be vulnerable and real.
Yeah, I agree. I think that we want to serve more, and that word serve serves a lot of purpose for us in almost every aspect of our lives. We have so much similarity, but also at the same time such a different perspective.
Yeah.
And honestly, our attitude, our perspective, our actions are all massively different, but our brain is thinking about the same things.
Yeah.
Like almost always.
Yeah.
So it's
Very
like,
said. Very true.
I'm like, it's so wild to think about. And I will say, I think that has something to do with you being the Libra and I'm an Aries, and we are parallel in that sense. That's falling back on my astrology.
Also for us, I think over the past couple of years, we started to step out and within community, right? And really hone in on that. That's helped us grow. And I think we want to do the same. So we want to build something bigger than just our businesses. We want to build a community. We want to help others. We want to bring people together that serve a greater good. Yeah.
Like in my company, in yours, and honestly, how all of this came about was us creating experiences and bringing people together and making them feel seen.
Yeah.
And I'm like, that's a community in and of itself, and we want more people like that.
Yeah.
And we want to speak directly to those people. And we all know who they are. Like everyone that works in the event space, we all have the same similar service mentality, right? Because all of what we do is customer service. It's experiences.
Yes.
If they're doing it right, that's what it is.
100%. Yeah.
If they're not doing it that way, then TBD, they're going to be around in a few years. And that's also something that we'll eventually touch on, like how much people are in and out of this space and how often it changes.
A lot.
All the freaking time. But yeah, coming back to the impact we want to make is, let's speak to the community that already exists and also unite them in a way, because we all are having the same type of conversation. We're all doing the same things, and we've been doing this for a really long time.
And to be honest, running a business and being an entrepreneur is very lonely. It can be very lonely, but it doesn't have to be. And I feel like having a community within this space and sharing the knowledge that we have on how to not get isolated, not get stuck in that burnout, right? We don't want that. And we're creating the platform to do it.
Yeah, absolutely. And I agree. I don't think loneliness is a requirement in entrepreneurship. It's going to naturally happen. And so you have to be intentional about putting yourself out there and finding the new people to surround yourself with, because we've both talked about this and almost everyone in the space talks about it. Being an entrepreneur, your business grows as much as you do.
Yes.
And once you've outgrown a version of yourself and you're stepping into the new version, you have to let go of everything that old version of you, who you hung out with, who you thought you were going to be, who you thought you wanted to be your friends, who you thought were helping you.
Absolutely.
And then that creates that loneliness, isolation period before you find your new people.
Yeah.
And so it's not something that I would say is avoidable.
No,
I think it's
not.
going to happen, but it doesn't mean you have to shut everyone out.
No.
It means you need to go find the new people you should be speaking to and learn from. And nowadays, we're creating a podcast to help fill that gap. And it's much more accessible in the sense of everything you can find on YouTube.
Yes.
You can find people online. You can now develop these pop-up communities. You can go work at a co-working space. You can find your people much easier nowadays. You can be intentional about it.
Yeah.
But I would say, like, no matter what, you're going to get to I feel like I'm alone.
Absolutely. And each stage, there is going to be, like you just talked about, so the awareness of that, the stepping into it, owning it, and then having the wherewithal to go, oh, I need to step out into whom I'm becoming.
And it's scary as fuck.
But on the other side of scary, right, is a whole new world of opportunity.
Oh, yeah.
And
And so I'm like, it's better on the other side.
And I think most people don't realize that is a cycle. Like that, like you said, you're going to up level, then you're going to have this period of, oh no, like what's now, or I've reached a plateau, etc. You're going to then have another phase of the grind before you get to that, woohoo, I've made it, and it's going to happen again. That's just the reality of it, over and over again.
Literally. Especially if you want to scale. Is you want to actually run a business, like something that you can leave behind to your kids, not just a small business.
And there's nothing wrong with staying a small business. That is absolutely fine, and it works for so many people. But that's not where I'm at anymore.
Grew out of that.
Yeah, yeah. It's not where we want to be.
It has then required us to become 7 different humans along the way.
Yes.
And then we can channel all 7 on this podcast.
The different glasses.
Exactly. Okay, let's talk a little bit about the gaps that we see in our space, because and that's a natural segue of feeling alone and being able to recognize how things need to be better. So what's a big gap that you saw in the market that made you want to push to doing something different with your company?
I think there's a gap. I mean, granted, hello.
Or even just in the space in general.
Yeah, I mean, we've been doing this for a hot minute. So when we started this, there really wasn't many other people in this space. So there was a large gap. We had people in this space that were doing it for years and years. And with Arizona growing, there needed to be another option. And we felt like we can come in and do it well and bring a different perspective, a different energy. And I'll probably say energy a lot because that's just who I am. Yes. I feed off of energy. It's a feeling for me. It always is.
It's your gut, baby.
It's my gut. It's my gut. And honestly, that's how I step into most things. It's how I feel and my gut. That's it.
I love that.
And
it has led you to where you are.
It has. So
how do you feed your gut? Not with food.
It's people I surround myself with. It's my daily activity and what I do. So I feel like that's another area that you and I can bring to this podcast and to the people that listen is it can't just be work. And honestly, if you love what you do, it doesn't feel like work, and you hear that, but it's true. You get excited about doing it, but you have to feed your mind, body, and spirit. And for me, it's getting up in the morning and either working out or sitting outside and getting some vitamin D, or reading a little bit of a book. I have my affirmations, those things that feed my mind, my soul. And then I feel refreshed and I can come in and I can tackle the day. You'll notice my energy if I don't do that. It's shit, she didn't have her coffee. You're like, no, I didn't take care of me first. And when you have your own business, you have to, if you want to do the longevity of it.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, I'm here for the long haul.
So where do you see gaps in our market today?
I think there is sometimes a false sense of, I'm going to start my business and necessarily it's going to be easy. I don't think people get into a business thinking it's going to be easy, but they try to do for money. If that's why you're doing it is for money, at the end of the day, what you produce is not going to be of value. Just not. Quality, I should say. And the likelihood of you lasting past 3 or 5 years is slim to none. It's the truth. And you're going to end up resenting it. That's my feeling. If that's why you get into a business at all, let alone the event space, because you're giving so much of yourself when you're putting on an event, when you're working with clients that are trying to bring their vision to life to create something that's super memorable.
Yeah, like putting a proposal together and you being the one to show up to bartend an event is you just doing it to make money and you saying, oh, I can do this because I think I can make more than working for another company and just, but it is a massively big difference from being behind the bar than it is to be the CEO.
Yes.
And being a CEO is not fun.
It is. Yeah, it has its moments. And I will tell you, you know what's interesting is when you talk about the event space, and yes, I want to create memorable events, and we get to work with so many amazing brands and clients and corporations. That part is definitely fun. All the nitty-gritty that goes into it sometimes is wow. But the team that we have at the core, and you talk about people who maybe it's a part-time, we have people that have worked with us for years. They have bartended, they have been a liquid specialist with us for years. And to me, that is so rewarding. I'll never forget one of our first, we call them the OGs. One of our bartenders was like, oh my goodness, I was able to give my kids the Christmas of their dreams because I was working here and I wouldn't have been able to do it otherwise. And especially in an economy when it's, who knows what's going to happen, to be able to give somebody that this is what their side thing is because they need to have something else, but they love doing this because it's fun. Every time they get to engage with people, and they come back energized. To hear that when their second job, right? When people are like, oh, I gotta go to work. I gotta go to another shift. That's not what it's like for us.
No, because we're sending them to cool freaking places. They're doing a fun freaking job. They like to talk to people. That's all they get to do. And they get to slay some bomb-ass drinks along the way. And they normally love doing that because they also work in the service and hospitality space. 78% of consumers want a brand that understands them and cares about how they feel, and that's the longevity of them coming back. And on the flip side of our people loving to work with us, the clients feel, and the clients tenfold come back to us on retention for how many years?
Oh my gosh. Over and over, and they ask for those bartenders again.
Wait, read that text message that you got from that client.
In a nutshell, I got a text message from a client that said, hey, you did my son's graduation party 4 years ago. My daughter is now graduating. Would love to do the exact same thing if you're still in business. And I'm like, yes, we are.
Yes.
We made it. For them to text me and say, hey, would love to have you again 4 years later.
I guess you haven't had a party since. We can help you out there.
Absolutely.
No, but seriously, like that's like we see that and we hear that, but also when we don't hear that and somebody has an issue with any of our events, our people, our process, we take that to heart. And 100%. I think that's why this company has lasted and will last, and our stats around refunds are near zero because people enjoy what we do and how we do it, and we take pride in the experience over anything else. And it's the experience for everybody involved. It's the experience that we are enjoying who we're working with. It's the experience that they enjoy us. We're actually doing what we say we're going to do. And then it's our people that enjoy working with us. And then it's the guests on the other side of these hundreds, or whether it's a 5-person event or 500-person event, they know what it's like to be served by us, and they feel it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
And
incredible.
you said it. They feel it. That is what it's all about. To be able to make contact with another person and make him feel something, even if it's just for a brief moment in time. Somebody paid attention to it. Somebody asked.
Somebody poured the drink when I only asked for it once. They knew what I wanted. Oh, and they see my glass empty across the way, and they just brought me what I wanted. Like, I didn't have to ask. They paid attention. How did they even know my glass was empty? Yeah, like that part.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so good.
What are some of the myths about the industry and wish more people understood?
Okay. I would say that we're in, first of all, the premier market, and we tap into the luxury space a little bit, but they think it's glamorous. They think that what we do is pretty and, like you're saying, fun, and that there is no hardship behind that. Just because it's luxury does not mean it's easy. It's actually much harder, I would say. There's higher expectations. There's bigger shoes to fill. There's also a lot more money being thrown around, and we're in a very emotional space. I would say it's harder as you step into bigger markets and bigger budgets. And also at the end of the day, from the event planning perspective, there are stats around it being one of the 5 hardest jobs that you can have, especially when you're on the wedding side of things. This is the most emotional day of their life, and everything is riding on it. You are responsible making sure that it goes off the way that they have envisioned in their head. The process of that is 200 hours of emails going back and forth. Every single conversation I have is a hard one.
Yes.
And it's, don't get me wrong, there's so much fun that goes into it, and you have to be a certain type of person to find that shit fun.
Yeah. I mean, some sort of crazy involved.
Literally. And you have to be okay with that being who you are. But I would say grit is just what powers you through that. But I would say that's a myth, that luxury is not glamorous.
No, you hit something when you said creating like memorable, emotional experiences, specifically for weddings. It's very specific, but we also do brand launches.
Oh my gosh.
They're launching a new brand. And which is exactly right. We do birthday parties for 50th wedding anniversary. Like, there is always a specific reason or celebration.
Yeah, celebrating something.
Yeah, a celebration of life.
Oh.
We do those. Those are heartbreaking, but it's like, I take so much pride in those because they're asking us to be there. And I truly do, for me, in my own perspective, it is a celebration. That person is gone, whatever you believe in. And we want to make sure that we're there to service. But I think there's a misconception of we're just serving drinks, right? We're just feeding them alcohol. No, we do things from coffee, cocktails, and everything in between. But it's that attention to detail, attention to people that I think is so important, that for any event is what we bring our expertise to.
Oh, for sure. And back to our last tidbit, it's how we serve them, is how they feel. And that's when they're like, oh, these are my people. People coming back. Yeah, it's a huge myth that we just serve drinks.
Yeah.
Like, it's not that simple at all. And I think that's the backbone of what Liquid Caterers is, the fact that we are more than that, and a lot more than that.
Yeah.
It's so much more.
And it's the experience in its totality.
Absolutely.
Right? And I think for us, where we are now in our journey, we did start off with just the bartending piece, which is a couple of bartenders. But now we're in the liquid catering, and that has evolved to a sensory experience.
It's just like you say, they come for a drink, but stay for the experience.
Right.
And not that a couple of bartenders isn't a necessity for some people. Sometimes they just need a couple of bartenders, and we still service them. I'm not saying we say no to the people that we've grown out of, and we can absolutely still service them. But if you are looking to work with Liquid Caterers now, it's much more than that. And that's the message that we send. Our people are trained and certified and ready to run in a more experiential space.
Absolutely. Yeah, what we offer is so much grander now than what it once was.
I think the proof in the pudding for that was we decided to throw our first liquid lounge, that's what we're calling it.
Yes.
Our open house, where we are going to create a whole experience around our 17,000 square office that we never invite anybody to.
That's right. We have a party.
Yeah, we're going to celebrate the fact that we exist, and we are going to create an experience around all 5 senses, and everyone that walks in the door is going to get to experience all of our activations.
Yep.
And they are going to get pampered.
Yes,
And we created that event. We had the idea, and you're like, you know what? It's summer in Arizona. Let's bring people in.
Yep.
We can stay inside.
Yes.
And we can have some fun. And we sent the invites out, 4 days later, and within 72 hours had,
I think we're at 160.
160 people that were like, yeah, we'll be there.
Yeah.
No ifs, ands, or buts.
Yep.
I was like,
I know. Super excited. So we'll see. And what meeting are we going to bring to the table?
I know. What are some things they're going to see that they haven't yet? That part.
There's always going to be something.
I know. And I can't wait to host our people.
Yeah.
We haven't done that in a long time.
Yep. For them to see. And I feel like a lot of times we work with so many corporate planners, wedding planners, people within the industry that, yes, they get to work side us and help bring our clients together, an amazing, memorable event, but now they get to come and experience it for themselves. And I know they have throughout the years, but to really bring everybody in and want to pour our hearts and our souls to them and say, we want you to come, have a night, and just experience all the things.
Yeah. Modern aperitif with Caterers style.
Yes.
First,
Liquid Lounge.
I can't wait to come back on this podcast and tell everyone how it looks.
Doesn't anything.
They're going to be pissed they weren't invited.
But
We definitely will.
Yeah.
We're going to do Liquid Lounge pop-ups.
all over.
We'll bring this with us.
Yeah. So it will be a Curated Crafted podcast with the Liquid Lounge, the after party.
Or maybe we liquor them up before they
That's
listen
right.
to us and they'll like,
We'll do before podcast and then after. All of the above.
we'll give you coffee to pay attention.
That's right.
And then we'll
Exactly.
give you some liquor afterwards
That's
for
right.
full celebration. Oh my gosh, so funny. Okay. This is, I don't know.
So fun.
We great conversation already.
I love it. Can't wait to hear more.
And keep this going.
But I also want to share, so our future podcast, granted, we were talking about the inception, who we are, your amazing experience in the event space and producing events, ours on the beverage side of it. But that's not all that we're going to talk about.
No.
We're moms.
Yes.
We're crazy ladies that love to pour ourselves into others, but also at the same time have learned to start taking care of ourselves. I know we're going to be sharing the insight on that
Yes.
and just things that the mindset, and I think that's another reason why you and I connect so well, is we both believe in that. We both actively
Work on it.
work that, and it is work. It is a constant, but that has shown so much progress in who we are as people, as partners, as moms, as all of the things, friends, community
Yes.
members. So I think that I just want people to know that, granted, this one, and we're going to bring those insights in, but there's going to be so much more that we're bringing to the table.
Yeah. And the people that we're going to get to talk to together, they don't even know.
No.
They have no idea what's about them.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have so many people over the last 10 plus years that have been majorly impacted our lives
Yes.
and that have become our friends.
Yep.
And I can't wait to bring them to the table, and I can't wait to share their growth and wisdom with people that will eventually listen to us.
Absolutely. Like, I think from being business mentors that we have that are going to come to the table and share insight to health and wellness mentors that help us keep our balance.
I will say I am honored to be here with you, and I'm
Likewise.
excited for this, and also proud of us for deciding to fucking do it.
Yes.
Because we do run in a lot of goddamn lanes, and we have a lot on our plate, and I can't wait to finally turn the cameras on for what we've been doing and go behind the scenes. And so I would say let's close this off by letting everybody know that
Get ready.
they are going to see a lot more of us.
They are. I hope they like it.
I don't care.
That's why I love you.
I do
Outside
care,
my comfort
you know what
zone.
I mean?
Of course.
I could care less whether they like it or not, but I will say that they're going to see us either way.
Yeah.
And I'm ready for you to not like me as well.
No, but I think that is a beautiful thing about it. For me, I think this is an uncomfortable place for me because innately I care too much, which is probably why I haven't done that in the past. In all these years, you pushed me to do that and you encouraged me. And I have grown so much from that because I can't help people unless I show up more and do things like this.
Get uncomfortable.
Get uncomfortable. Because I had a lot to say.
You do. You have so much wisdom to share. I tell that to literally everyone. I was like, I cannot wait for everyone to hear what I hear from you and what I drag out of you. And that's over here. Literally.
And I thank you for that.
Yeah. And I was just like, for a really long time, knew that I couldn't be consistent with showing up on the internet. And I'm ready to change that. I think that us doing it together will be able to hold each other accountable. And so they really need to get ready.
Watch out.
Yeah, here it fucking goes. And I'm going to show up with a freaking black lip or not.
Amazing. I love that for you.
Literally.
Looks fabulous.
Thank you so much. Okay.
That's a wrap.
Yes. Curated Crafted, episode 1.
On the books.
Okay, we'll be back.